All right, so boom, we got a special video request. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
Huh?
All right, so
Lord have mercy.
we have a special video
Oh,
request.
brother.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for hanging with Shabba, and let's get in straight into.
Your life as every level of witness protection. Level 1. The applicant.
Okay.
You're sitting in a federal building somewhere in the Midwest, hands shaking slightly, as you sign documents that will erase your entire existence.
Okay, so we're snitches. We're snitches today, so we have to think in the mind of a snitch. Let's see how this goes.
Everything you've ever been, everyone you've ever known, gone. The U.S. Marshals stare at you across the table, their faces revealing nothing. They've done this hundreds of times. For you, it's the only time that matters. You didn't choose this. Nobody chooses witness protection. You choose testifying. Witness protection is what happens after, when the people you testified against decide you're a problem that needs solving. The prosecutor explained it carefully. Your testimony will put away a crime boss who's ordered 17 murders.
Damn.
That testimony also makes you the most wanted person in 3 states.
Oh, shit.
The choice isn't really a choice. Testify and disappear, or decline and probably die anyway. The marshals explained.
Because at that point, you just got to fend for yourself, you feel me? And if you... I'm taking WIDSEC. I'm definitely taking WIDSEC. So... Hold on. Where the papers at?
In the rules. You can't contact anyone from your old life. Not your mother. Not your best friend. Not the person you were supposed to marry next summer. You can't visit your hometown. You can't use social media. You can't keep photos or letters or anything that connects to who you were. One marshal, a woman named Chen with 20 years in the program, watches you process this. She's seen the reaction before. The moment it hits that you're not leaving your old life temporarily, you're leaving it forever. They ask about skills. What can you do? What jobs have you worked? They're building a new identity, and it needs to be believable. You were a dental technician in Philadelphia. They nod. Dental technicians exist everywhere. That's good. If you'd been a Broadway actor or a professional surfer, this conversation would be harder. Ordinary is valuable now. Ordinary keeps you alive.
Well, at that point, I mean, I guess you could just get into construction, you know? Or some field of work that isn't that hard. They're making a fake life for you, you know? You make a good amount of money. But being in WIDSEC and being away from my mother and my sister, grandparents and all, they can't come with me? Like, what are we talking about? I don't know about all that. I might as well just fend for myself in these streets. You feel me? Like a real nigga.
The paperwork takes hours. New name, new birthday, new social security number, new employment history. They're not just changing your identity. They're creating a person who never existed, but needs to have existed for the past 30 years. High school transcripts, employment records, rental history. The bureaucracy of a human life fabricated in an afternoon. You ask about your dog. Chen's expression shifts slightly. Pets complicate things. Animals are recognizable. People remember a specific breed, a distinctive marking. Plus, your dog is registered with the city, has vet records, exists in databases. Bringing the dog means leaving traces.
Oh, hell no. No. Fuck no. Hold on, so I'm not understanding that. So you mean to tell me they said dogs got all these records. They can't come up with a new name for the dog and all this. Like, I mean, I'm not changing the dog name, but like, the dog can't come with me? You must be out your fucking mind if I can't bring my dog with me. If anybody comes with me, it's my dog. All right? Watch, I bet he's going to say some crazy shit like, oh, so we got to keep the dog or got to put the dog down. What? I'm leaving that office with my dog. What is we talking about? Fuck.
You start crying. It's the dog that breaks you.
Right.
Not the family or the career or the apartment you loved. Chen slides a box of tissues across the table and doesn't say anything. There's nothing to say. Level 2. The relocation.
Nothing to say my
They
ass.
move you in the middle of the night. 2 marshals pick you up from a safe house where you've spent the last week in isolation. The car's ordinary, a sedan that could belong to anyone. You're wearing clothes you've never seen before.
Why they grab him
Carrying
like that?
a single bag with items purchased yesterday. Nothing from your old life made the cut. The drive takes 6 hours. You don't know where you're going. That's intentional. The less you know, the less you can accidentally reveal.
That makes sense.
You try to track direction by the sun, but exhaustion wins. When you wake up, you're in a different state. Different climate, different everything. The apartment is furnished but impersonal. IKEA basics in a complex that looks like 10,000 other complexes across America. The marshals walk you through everything. Here's your lease under your new name. Here's your employment offer letter from a dental practice that knows you're in the program. Here's your new driver's license, your new birth certificate, your new entire life in a folder. They drill you on your backstory. Where did you grow up? What high school did you attend? Where did you work before this? The answers need to be automatic. If someone asks casually at a barbecue, you can't hesitate. Hesitation is suspicious.
Right.
Hesitation gets you killed. Inspector Chen stays an extra day. She takes you to the grocery store, the bank, the DMV. Ordinary errands that feel surreal. You're using a name that isn't yours to buy milk and open a checking account. At the DMV, when they call your new name, you don't respond at first. Chen nudges you. You have to become this person completely. The old you can't exist anymore, not even in your own head. Before she leaves, Chen gives you her card. It has a number you can call if you're in danger or if you've been recognized. She tells you something that sounds rehearsed, but isn't. What
I want to know is, if I'm in WISEC, right? That means I can't. What if I, got a new job, I get a promotion, and I want to go to a new place. I'm making so much money that I can afford a better crib, like, this D1 condo, a mansion. Am I able to move freely, or do I have to stay where they put me in WISEC? For one, and two, I guess the next question I think we're about to find out, so I'm not even gonna ask it yet.
People in witness protection are never found. The ones who get caught make mistakes. They contact someone from before. They post something online. They go back to visit. They convince themselves just once won't matter. Just once always matters. Your first night alone in the apartment, you sit on the couch and realize you can't call anyone. Can't text it.
So my question is somebody there protecting you at all times, or it's just like, this is what we give you, you are now on your own? So I think that's what it is. If you fail, it's your fault. If you fuck this whole new life up that you got, it's 100% on you, gangsta.
Anyone. Can't post that you're okay. Everyone you know thinks you vanished.
That's bullshit. There ain't no fucking way I'm not gonna tell my mother, my sister, your mother, your sister, your grandparents that I'm not okay. I'm a find a way to contact them. Snapchat exists. You know what I'm saying? What's them apps that you could talk to people in, WhatsApp? There's plenty of ways you can get in contact with people. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fly out moms, fly out, my sister. Whatever the case might be, come chill with me. But at the same time, if a lot of people, what they say, 7 people, bro, kill 7 people, they want you dead in like 3 different states or some shit like that. So it's like, at that point, it's like you might have, people watching your family and tracking whatever flight they take and all the other shit. So I can't see the problem here. I can't see the problem. But a FaceTime ain't gonna hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Some probably think you're dead. Your mom has filed a missing persons report by now. Your friends are searching, and you can't tell them you're fine. You're not allowed to be fine. You're not allowed to exist. You learn your new name by writing it hundreds of times. Michael Reeves becomes David Torres. You practice the signature until it's natural. You create memories that never happened. You went to Central High School in Phoenix. You worked at a practice in Tucson before moving here. Your parents died in a car accident 10 years ago,
Damn.
which is why nobody can meet them. The lies become truth through repetition. This is who you are now. This is who you'll be until the trial ends and the threats disappear, which might mean years, which might mean forever. Level 3.
Damn.
The integrated witness. 6 months pass, then a year. The person you were fades like an old photograph left in sunlight. David Torres becomes real through accumulated mundane moments. You know the barista at the coffee shop near work. You have a dentist appointment next Thursday. Your neighbor asks if you want to split a Costco membership. These tiny threads weave into something that resembles...
All right, I got another question. What if, right, this, just say, for example, David Torres over here is on child support, or Michael Reeves is his original, you know what I'm saying? That's his original identity, Michael Reeves. Say Michael Reeves is on child support. Does that follow him? For some reason, I think it do, just because of how the system work. You know what I'm saying? They're going to find a way to put child support on your ass regardless. You feel me? They're like, you still got to make these payments, though. The fuck?
A life. Work is strange at first. The dental practice knows you're protected, but not why. They know questions aren't welcome.
You work at a dentist's office in Phoenix. Whole time your payments, your paychecks are getting garnished. You're getting your wages garnished and shit. Where's this money coming from? Oh, you have a child. Oh, the money is coming out of Brooklyn, New York, huh? All right. I see. You got a child out there, huh? What's this child's name? Last name Reeves? Sounds familiar. Think I know the guy. Oh, that must be the guy that's in. All right, I'm doing too much.
Other technicians are friendly but careful, sensing a boundary they can't identify. You're competent at your job, which helps.
Hold on, run it back.
Sensing about questions aren't welcome. The other protected, but not why. They know questions aren't welcome. The other technicians are friendly but careful, sensing a boundary they can't identify. You're competent at your job, which helps. Insurance claims don't care about your past. Root canals don't require backstory. You make a friend, a teacher named Marcus who you meet at a bookstore. He's easygoing, loyal, the kind of guy who invites you to everything without pressure.
Uh-oh.
Every conversation is a minefield. He asks about your childhood. You recite the script. He wants to meet your family.
Oh.
You explain about the accident, the grief you've processed, but never quite moved past. He believes you because why wouldn't he?
Right.
People don't assume the person across from them is living under a false identity.
Uh-huh.
The friendship deepens over 4 months. But you can't sustain closeness built on fiction. Every good moment carries guilt. Every time he calls you by your name, you flinch internally. He deserves a real friend. You're not that anymore. The marshals check in quarterly. Different inspector each time.
Damn, that sucks, because you feel like you can't even tell the truth to this person that you meet, and like, this is not who I really am. But technically, this is who you are now. So it's not like you have to kind of just buy into you starting a new life. You know what I mean? That shit is kind of like, it's sad, but hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I feel sometimes I be at work and I wonder if people believe like what I be saying, like, because I don't really talk to people at work for real. You know what I'm saying? I don't really run into too many conversations where I'm like really in-depth convos. You know what I mean? So I wonder if people wonder if I'm in WITSEC. That's mad random.
To avoid patterns. They ask if you've been contacted, if you've noticed surveillance, if you've broken protocol. You haven't. You follow every rule because the alternative is dying in a parking lot somewhere. Level 4. The testifier. 2 years after disappearing, you get the call.
Uh-oh.
The trial is scheduled. You need to testify. They fly you back under heavy security. Different city, federal courthouse, marshals everywhere. You're in a hotel room with blinds that stay closed and guards outside your door.
Type shit.
This is what everything was for. The prosecutor preps you for 3 days. She's brilliant and exhausting, drilling you on details from years ago. What did you see? When exactly? Who was present?
I don't fucking know anymore. I'm not that guy. That's not my life anymore. I done fucking forgot. Y'all made me forget everything. Y'all done hit me with the Men in Black pen, the little flashlight. I don't remember none of that shit no more. The fuck?
Memory is sharp on some things, fuzzy on others. She sharpens the fuzzy parts through repetition. Not coaching you to lie, but helping you organize chaos into coherent testimony. The defense will try to break you. They'll question your character, your motivations, your perception. They'll suggest you're lying for immunity, for money, for attention. You need to stay calm. You need to be credible. Juries convict on testimony they believe. The courtroom is smaller than you.
But did they get into the backstory of like how he got involved into testifying and becoming a person like what? Like there was no backstory behind that. They didn't start there. Like how did I get involved in that shit? Why would I be lying?
Expected. You enter.
This courtroom looks like something off of The Simpsons. Most definitely. Like, I can envision a whole bunch of yellow people just sitting in the courtroom and shit. Or a judge with a big nose and blue hair or something. I don't know.
Through a side door. Marshals flanking you. The defendants sit 20 feet away. Men you watched commit murder. Men who've been searching for you for 2 years.
So was he a part of their... I need to know the start of it all. I need to know the whole background. Like what happened? How did he get involved in this shit? They didn't say that in the beginning of the video. And if I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments.
Men whose lawyers are about to try destroying you verbally because they can't do it literally. You swear to tell the truth. Your real name is on the court documents, the one you haven't used in years. Hearing it spoken aloud feels like encountering a ghost. The prosecutor walks you through that night. Where were you? What did you see? Identify the defendants. You point. They stare back with expressions that promise things words can't.
Yo. So, in one of my last videos, I was trying to remember a website that we used to use back in the day, right? It was DisneyChannel.com, and it was this other one that we used to play a lot of games on called AddictingGames.com, okay? The only reason why I'm remembering that now is because of this. Y'all remember the people that look like this on addictinggames.com? I'm just saying. I might pull it up at the end of the video just so y'all can remember.
The jury watches everything. 12 people who will decide if your last 2 years meant something. Cross-examination is brutal. The defense attorney suggests you're mistaken about who you saw. Suggests the lighting was poor. Suggests you've been coached. Suggests you're testifying to avoid your own prosecution for unrelated matters.
Lawyers
None
ain't
of it's
shit.
true, but he makes it sound plausible. You stay steady. You've practiced this. The trial lasts 3 weeks. You testify for 2 days total. Other witnesses corroborate your account. Evidence supports the timeline. The jury deliberates for 18 hours. Guilty on all counts. You're not in the courtroom when the verdict is read. You're already gone. Return to your protected life before the defendants' families can organize retaliation. The prosecutor calls to thank you. Justice was served. Lives were saved. You did the right thing.
But did he get to contact any of his family while he was out there? Like, still nothing? You still have to be the witness? No, yeah, because if it's a murder case where somebody or 7 people or whatever how many people killed a whole bunch of people, it's going to be in the news. It's going to be in the papers. You're going to come up as one of the witnesses and your family going to know that you're okay. So then it's going to know that it's going to be known that you're in WITSEC. Gotta be, right? Your family is eventually going to know you're in WITSEC. That has to be a thing. Now, who is this nigga on the phone with?
Hang up feeling nothing resembling triumph.
Oh.
Level 5, the permanent ghost. The threats don't end with the conviction. Appeals will take years. Associates still operate outside prison. Some crime families consider revenge a moral obligation that transcends generations. The marshals recommend you stay in protection indefinitely. You agree because the alternative is pretending you're safe when you're not. David Torres continues existing. You get promoted at work. You adopt a dog who doesn't care what your name is.
Type shit.
You build friendships with people who will never know you completely. You watch your niece grow up through photos your sister posts on Facebook, a page you view through anonymous browsers on public library computers, never logged in, never leaving traces. You think about Michael Reeves sometimes. Wonder who he would have become if that night never happened. Wonder if he'd be happier than David. Probably not. Happiness isn't about names or locations. It's about safety and purpose and the small dignities of ordinary days. Your mom died 3 years ago. You found out 6 months after the funeral.
Not my mom. Oh my God. What are we talking about right now, gang? No fucking way. What?
Reading an obituary online.
No, that's how you found out your mother passed? Hell no. Hell no. You gotta be out of your fucking mind, bro. Ugh. My whole body just got like heat waves all over and shit. Like, what are we talking about right now?
You
God.
couldn't attend. Couldn't risk exposure. Couldn't say goodbye.
Hell no.
That's the cost nobody mentions when they talk about witness protection. You don't just lose your identity. You lose everyone attached to it. Some mornings you wake up and forget which person you are. The confusion lasts only seconds, but those seconds contain a specific vertigo. Then the dog needs walking, and there's coffee to make, and David Torres has a life that requires living. So you live it. Not the life you planned, not the life you would have chosen, but yours nonetheless, purchased with courage nobody will acknowledge in a sacrifice nobody will remember. The testimony saved lives. That has to be enough.
Alright, but why they making it seem like this nigga so goddamn lonely? Like, can they get him some friends now? Parties? Some bitches? Like, what are we doing? This nigga just like drowning in his sorrows. He's been straight stone-faced the whole video. Can we get this man a wife or some shit, please?
Level 6. The Mathematics of Erasure. 17 years in protection now. You're approaching 50, which feels impossible. David Torres has existed longer than Michael Reeves did.
Goddamn!
The borrowed identity outlasted the original. Sometimes you wonder which one was real. The crime family dissolved years ago. Key members died in prison, others took deals. The organizational structure that made you valuable as a target doesn't exist anymore. The marshals suggest you could potentially exit the program.
Why?
Return to your...
Why the fuck would I want to go back to my old life? My mom is dead and my family don't even know I'm alive. That's similar to like getting out of jail in 25, 30 years and then you just don't know what the fuck is going on. Why the fuck would I want to get out of WITSEC now? I'm not that nigga. I'm David motherfucking Torres now. Like, what? Y'all could have moved my whole family out here.
Your original identity if you want. Resume contact with surviving family. You consider it for exactly one afternoon. Then you realize Michael Reeves is a stranger. You don't know his favorite restaurant anymore. Don't know what music he'd listen to. Don't know if he'd recognize his own reflection.
That's dumb. Is it really like that though? Because at the same time, you know what your favorite food is. Your favorite food didn't change. You know what music you like to listen to. You don't just go from listening to hip hop to jazz because you're in WITSEC. Like, what are we talking about? That's inaccurate.
27 years old when he vanished. That person is gone more completely than death could accomplish. At least the dead get funerals. Get remembered. Michael Reeves just stopped existing one Tuesday, and the world continued without noticing. Your brother still lives in Philadelphia. You could call him. The marshals would facilitate contact, help navigate the reunion. But what would you say? Sorry I missed 2 decades. Sorry I couldn't attend Mom's funeral. Sorry I let you think I was probably dead. Want to grab coffee and pretend none of that matters? Some disappearances are permanent regardless of permission to return. You stay David Torres. Keep the dog. Keep the job. Keep
The dog is still alive 17 years later. Dogs live that long? I don't think dogs live that long. 17 years? This is not Bucky from fucking Welcome Home Roscoe Jenkins. What are we talking about, right? Yo, this video it's a good video, but there's some inaccurate shit in here. Nigga said, you keep the dog.
the small
Well, let's not say, okay, I don't think it's 15 years. 15, definitely more than 10 years. So maybe the dog is still alive. But still, why they got the dog looking young? Why can't the dog look older, have grays, be a little fat? The dog look too happy to be like, he's still 3. The nigga's like 50. Like, what do we, come on.
life you built from nothing. It's not the life you imagined at 27.
The dog happy as shit though. The dog happy. This nigga's not. This nigga had the same face the whole fucking video. No smile, no frown, no crying, no nothing. It's kind of eerie.
But nobody gets that life. Everyone compromises with reality eventually. Your
It's the same face in every clip for me. Like, shit is killing me right now.
compromise just came with different paperwork. The Witness Protection Program protects approximately 8,000 people currently. Hundreds enter each year. Since its creation in 1970, not one participant who followed protocol has been harmed. Perfect record. Perfect erasure.
Not one participant that has followed protocol. But what is the success rate of the people that didn't follow protocol? That's what I want to know.
You're part of that statistic now. One number in a database that proves the system works. Proof that ordinary people can make extraordinary sacrifices when justice demands it.
That's low-key kind of selfish though, no? The dog had, nigga got a new dog. So, that's kind of selfish though. You literally just saved yourself. And said, fuck everybody else. I get it was the best thing for you at the time, but say you was in WITSEC and they couldn't get at you, so they retaliated on your family or something, you know? But you still in WITSEC, like, I don't know about all that.
Proof that you can lose everything and still wake up the next morning and walk the dog. The choice you made in that federal building wasn't really a choice, but everything after was. You chose to survive, chose to build something from nothing, chose to keep going when going back wasn't possible. That's not heroism exactly, just the stubborn insistence that your life means something even when nobody knows your real name. The trial was 17 years ago. The defendants are still in prison. The people you helped save by testifying went on to live full lives. They don't know you exist, don't know they're breathing because you sacrificed everything. That's fine. Justice doesn't require an audience. Some nights you still dream about Michael Reeves. In the dreams, he's 27 forever, stuck in that moment before everything changed. He's not happy or sad, just frozen. A photograph of a person who never got to become who he might have been.
He's hitting that shit right here, y'all. That's that.
Then you wake up, feed the dog, make coffee. David Torres has work at 9. The life continues because it has to. Because you bought it with courage nobody will acknowledge. Because somewhere in a courthouse filing cabinet, your testimony still matters. The protection program gave you a new identity. You gave yourself a reason to use it.
Oh, yeah.
That was sad as fuck. I'm not gonna hold you. I need to watch something funny now. That shit was fucking sad. What? Let's move on to another video, chat. Like, what the fuck was that? Anyways, drop a like for me if you fucked with it. Thanks for hanging with Shabba. Next video.